What we're going to cover in this section is a PowerPoint that's going to go over not just work itself. I mean, obviously we went over work in the last section, but things that we have in our lives that basically make doing work easier. In this case, that being machines. So you can see the title of this is Work and Using Machines. So what exactly is a machine? It is a device that makes doing work easier. So if you think about all the machines in your life, think about the kitchen itself. Obviously you got an oven that can cook your food, or a microwave, maybe some appliances or a toaster to cook your toast. Move down into your garage. Obviously we've got very complex machines like automobiles. Your bicycle, if you have a bike, is an example of a complex machine. So the second thing here, a simple machine does work with only one movement. And basically what we're going to look at is the fact that there are six simple machines. So we're going to go through each one at a time, and they're on different slides. First simple machine is a lever. A lever is a bar that's free to pivot or turn around a fixed point. That fixed point of the lever has a name, and that's the second one here. That fixed point is called the fulcrum point, F-U-L-C-R-U-M. There are many different examples of levers. The third blank, though, there are actually three classes of levers. But different lever examples are, when you were a kid and you were at the playground, a teeter-totter is a great example of a lever. There the fulcrum point is in the center. It's supposed to be equally balanced on both sides. This example here of this gentleman using a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow is a lever because basically this point here is the lever, and it's pivoting around the wheel in this case. That's the fulcrum points actually at the end for this one. Prying open a paint can with a screwdriver, or prying open another jar or another lid. That's an example of another different class lever. So again, those are some of the different examples. Second type of simple machine is called a pulley. A pulley is a grooved wheel with a rope or chain and a cable that runs along the wheels or the paths. And you can see the example of a different pulley system here. So basically these pulleys would be spinning, and this rope or chain would be pulling through this pulley system. The more pulleys you add into a system, the easier it is for work to be done, basically. Third one is a wheel and an axle. Obviously an automobile uses a wheel and axle. Your bicycle uses a wheel and axle. Wheel and axle is a simple machine consisting of an axle connected to the center of a larger wheel so that the wheel and axle rotate or spin together. So a pencil sharpener, you spin this handle, you turn the hand, inside the mechanism has a wheel and axle that sharpens your pencil. We already mentioned the automobile. That obviously has wheels and axles. Your bicycle has wheels and axles. Fourth one is an inclined plane. It is a sloped surface, so the blank here is sloped, such as a ramp that reduces the amount of force required to do work. So a sliding board is a good example of an inclined plane. Think about a moving vehicle. If you've ever had to help friends or family move before, you get like a U-Haul truck and you have that ramp that comes out the back. The whole purpose of that ramp is so that it makes it easier for you to get the different heavy objects up to the truck, basically. So that's the advantage of an inclined plane. Fifth one is a screw. Screw is an inclined plane wrapped in a spiral around a cylindrical post. So really it's wrapped in an inclined plane as well. This screw here is nothing more than an inclined plane. So literally you could follow it connected wise up from the bottom through the screw itself. A spiral staircase is a great example of a screw example. So an inclined plane wrapped in a spiral, again, around a cylindrical post. And the sixth one is a wedge. A wedge is an inclined plane with one or two sloping sides. So you think about an axe. An axe is a great example of a wedge. This part of the axe is the wedge. Door stops are great examples of wedges. Wedges and screws are then just very specific examples of inclined planes. So the three of them are kind of related in the fact that a screw and a wedge are very specific examples of the inclined plane. So this is the final section for this unit. There are some assignments that go with this section, but you're also going to have to do some reading of the text. And then obviously there is the test with this section as well. So you can review and study for that before you actually take the test.